I feel like I was just here saying hi to everyone. Welcome back to the channel. For my new subscribers, thanks for watching and joining me. For my long-termers, you know what's up, you guys rock. Today we got some stuff showing its new signs of life, which is why I'm in here with the bad lighting. Sorry about that. But let's take a peek at what's making its debut in the incubator, shall we? This is the second clutch of carpet eggs laid this year, although they're hatching first, but you know, they do what they do. And this was from the first of two tiger het to tiger het Axanthic pairings. These guys started pipping this morning, but my goodness. Killers stripe right there. I mean, all of them have some sort of striping, but there's a few that are like insanely wicked, and you can tell which ones are Axanthic right off the bat, like that one, but that one's more of a het, but that one and that one, so freaking cool. This never gets old. This little one's still in his egg, looks like still in there, so most of them are out. Well, I don't like to leave them all in here. I like to get them out and sex them right away and get them set up so I know who's what and who's who, and from day one keep track of everything that they need to be kept track of. Date, hatchling, weight, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna put you down and get these little babies cleaned up, sexed, ID'd, and set up. Start this landslide of babies, and hopefully tomorrow there'll be another clutch hatching, and the next day, and we'll just keep this train rolling. Alright, so the entire first clutch is out. All these 12 are that first clutch. Ignore these two for now. And 15 eggs, 3 went bad. 1 egg actually had twins, but one of the twins wasn't fully formed and didn't make it. So we got 12 babies out of here. Some good stuff in there. 1.2 Axanthic tigers out of that first clutch. I will show you those guys a little bit more. I'll pull them out and kind of show them towards the end. But actually what I'm doing right now regards these two, because we've got more babies hatching. So this one was the clutch I expected to hatch first. Lots of super dark Papuan Carpets hatching. I will show you those as well, but right now I'm going to process them, weigh them, sex them, ID them, all that good stuff. Everybody that's out so far, there's still a few more in the eggs, and get them processed and set up. I do that right away. I don't leave them in a big ball so I can sex them and ID them from the beginning. So I'm going to do that and get cracking on this before I have to go to work, because that's always how it happens. Hatching right before work. I promise I will show you these babies closely too. Hey, welcome back. Alright, it's been a few days. Got everything squared away. Obviously this is much more full now. Those first 2 clutches are out fully. You already saw that all the first dozen were out, and then I started filling in some Papuan Carpets. So this clutch was 13 eggs, came from that really dark melanistic pair, and out of 13 eggs, 3 babies actually were dead in the egg, didn't make it, not fully formed, kinked, some sort of issue. So we only ended up with 10 babies from that clutch. And I say only, but that's pretty normal for a Papuan Carpet. 13 was kind of big anyway, so, but it is what it is. That's gonna happen sometimes. But that particular clutch was really interesting because the parents were so dark. Really wanted to see how the babies came out looking. And as you can see, they're very dark as well. Normally Papuan Carpets kind of come out like some tomato or blood red, maybe some browns in there, but very red. And these things are just dark, like really dark. So obviously we can't tell exactly what they're gonna do color wise right now, but they're all really big babies. They're all in the 28 to 32 gram range, which is pretty hefty. So they're nice and healthy. And in a week and a half when they have their first sheds, we'll get the first indication of how dark they're actually going to be. But given how dark the wash on the top of their backs is, I'm expecting some real nice dark babies in this clutch. I would imagine probably by the 2nd or 3rd shed we'll really have a good idea of how these are going to look. I do plan on keeping, you know, 1 or 2 depending. I've sexed and ID'd everything, but I haven't like gone through the cumulative to find out just what the sex ratio is overall. Kind of just taking my time. I usually don't make any big decisions until I see babies having their first and second shed and eating and kind of get an idea of where they're going. But that's what's going on with them. The first clutch was tiger head axanthic to tiger head axanthic. Kind of went over what happened there, why we only have 12 babies. And after looking at everything, this clutch seems to have yielded 1.2 tiger head axanthics. Now, it's going to be really hard to see their colors right now. Pre-shed, they're kind of glossy. They don't look the best. But this is a female. Pretty good striping. It's broken up in places, but you know, it is what it is. It's pretty nice. So that's the first of the 2 females in that clutch. Axanthic stuff is kind of hard to ID. The big thing I look for is when they're hatching and they're coming out is eye color. Now around the eyes, the little tissue, the sclera around there will be blue, so don't be fooled by that. Coastals also like to, or tend to hatch out a little bit black and white, black and gray as is, so it is a bit tricky to tell right off the rip. And this guy's already going into shed, but look, this is the male. Some of you have probably seen me showing him off on Instagram and whatnot. Insane. Perfect striping all the way through. Just a beautiful, beautiful snake. But back to the eyes. The hets or pos hets will almost look like their eyes are silver, but it's actually more of a copper. And if they even just have some of the slightest little hint of coppery brown eyes and a little bit of tan in the neck, it's definitely not a visual. And depending on who you ask, still up for debate, this mutation is incomplete dominant or recessive. So take that for what it's worth. And then last but not least is another beautiful, beautiful female tiger axanthic. I did get a few beautiful little tiger possets and some nice axanthics that don't have stripe. So this clutch did hold a nice healthy variety, which is to be expected, but the fact that I got 4 or so visual axanthics from a head to head after a few babies tanked and those eggs didn't make it is pretty good odds, let alone to hit 1.2 visual axanthic tigers. Now put a little asterisk up here, I can be wrong about some things. There's such a variation in the axanthic stuff that I could reevaluate some of that stuff once they shed it, I know, but I'm like 99% confident those 1.2 are axanthic tigers, and the rest will follow suit, and I will, of course, in time, once they're feeding and doing their thing, post them up, and there will be a lot of stuff available, so don't worry. But as we stand right now, the second clutch of tiger head to tiger head axanthic is beginning to pip. So those probably won't make it into this week's video. I'll save those for next week's video, and hopefully clutch number 4 will be hatching alongside, and we'll just do 2 this week, 2 next week, and just keep it rolling. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. 2022 season is started. We're underway with 22 babies out so far, and I believe there's another 18 carpet eggs cooking, plus some Crebo eggs. No, more than 18. Quite a few, actually. Maybe over 30 more carpet eggs. Sorry, I forgot one clutch. And then this girl will probably cap off the season. Right around the time the Crebos will be hatching, we'll have a litter of rainbow boas. So we're doing boas, we're doing pythons, we're doing calibras this year. Doing it all. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be busy. That's why I needed another hatchling rack this year. It never ends. This is hands down my favorite time of year. I love hatchling season. Getting to go through babies and just ogle over some new stuff is really cool. There's been a lot of really awesome community support with the Axanthic Tiger stuff, a lot of great feedback. The two genes aren't exactly new, and they're not exactly expensive anymore, but you just do not see double visual Axanthic Tigers these days. I don't know why. There's a lot of variables at play as far as people's preferences go, but yeah, just hasn't really been made. Haven't seen any for sale. So for those of you who are looking to get into this, I have no idea on pricing yet. I'll work on it, I'll figure it out, but yeah, really excited to bring some cool Axanthic Tigers into the world and share them with you all. So stay tuned to the channel. I will definitely be giving you all updates as they shed, showing you the rest of the clutches hatching out, all that good stuff. And we'll just keep this gravy train rolling with all sorts of positive stuff. And then I'd like to end on a last little note. My heart goes out to everyone in Uvalde, Texas, everybody who had to deal with and is currently dealing with that shooting at the elementary school there. It's absolutely tragic, and I can't say anything to convey just how sad and awful that is. So my heart goes out to you all, thinking about everybody out there. And to everyone else, stay safe, love your kids, tell them you love them, give them a hug, keep them safe. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all. Catch you next week. I'm out.